In 218 BC, Hannibal, the courageous Carthaginian leader, stood on a hill overlooking the city of Carthage, determined to defeat Rome. But how? The usual route was across the Mediterranean Sea, where the Roman navy reigned supreme. Hence, Hannibal decided to surprise his enemies with an unexpected tactic. Crossing the towering Alps, Hannibal gathered a vast army of 50,000 soldiers, 9,000 cavalry, and 37 massive war elephants. The elephants symbolized his power and determination, as their presence on the battlefield was enough to instill fear in the hearts of his enemies. With this mighty force, Hannibal embarked on his arduous journey. The Pyrenees Mountains were the first obstacle, presenting rugged terrain and hostile tribes. However, through his leadership and military intelligence, Hannibal managed to cross these mountains, continuing his way towards France. Upon reaching the Alps, the true adventure began. The mountains were snow-covered, the fierce winds lashed at the soldiers' faces, and avalanches threatened their lives at every moment. Despite these hardships, they pressed on, motivated by Hannibal's encouraging words and courageous leadership. One day, as they crossed a narrow pass on a mountainside, they were ambushed by mountain tribes. The situation was dire, but Hannibal stood firm against the enemy and led a valiant counterattack, enabling them to endure and continue their quest. They lost soldiers, horses, and even some elephants, but their determination to reach Rome drove them forward. After weeks of suffering and bravery, Hannibal and his army arrived in the plains of northern Italy. Though the army was exhausted and reduced in numbers, their fighting spirit remained high. Hannibal began launching attacks against the Romans, achieving remarkable victories such as the Battle of Trebia, the Battle of Lake Trasimene, and the Battle of Cannae. His genius tactics consistently outmaneuvered the Romans. Despite these triumphs, Hannibal could not capture Rome itself. After years of warfare, he was forced to return to Carthage to defend it against a Roman attack led by Scipio Africanus. In the decisive Battle of Zama, Hannibal was defeated, but his story remained a symbol of courage and military genius. Hannibal's crossing of the Alps remains one of the greatest tales in history, reminding us of the power of determination and human intelligence in overcoming monumental challenges. Hannibal's journey was filled with adventure and peril, proving that true leadership comes from persistence and bravery.